Welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Welcome to our sipping craft. I'm sipping green tea, as per my usual. You guys have to let me know what you're sipping. Do you remember this? Where I made the book box and the really pretty journal to go in it and all the things, right? Well, I finally got around to making its twin. I didn't do the book box for it. I just made I had two signatures and they wouldn't both fit in the book box in a journal that way. So I ended up making a twin-ish. I mean, the two signatures were very different. We made all the things on camera. We did. This one's a little different. The spine's a little different. I think that's really pretty. That's our stem stitch, French knots, and detached chains. Just cute, huh? And the back again is just around with the, the stitches and a bow. So I just thought I'd give you a little quickie flip through. I mean, you've seen the pages because we did this on camera. We we did these. Aren't they fun? Just fun, right? Making all those things and putting them in there, and it's just cute and fun, and just a little quick flip through, a reminder of what we did. We've got plenty of space to write or add pictures. Wouldn't that be pretty to add pictures along through there? And then we've got our slider belly bands with lots of stuff in there. This was a folio we made on our Friday freebie, and I put it in as a pocket. So, sew the signature in, and this is a hidden because, I didn't want to sew through the back of it because that spine's too pretty, right? Just really pretty, simple and easy. I put one of our little, these in this. I made a sort of a dimensional pocket for that. That we didn't do on camera, but this we did. So there we go. Oh, and this was one of my very favorites, very favorites, behind the chair. And I didn't put a tag in there, but there's plenty and I can. Anyways, I thought I would just give you a little a little flip through, show you this prettiness. All the stitches that we're learning. This is that woven rose that we've just started doing. Pretty simple, right? I used some ribbon to make some of these French knots. It makes them a little more dimensional and stuff like that. So all of our little, and this is a double pocket. Let me show you that. This is a double pocket because I've got the bigger paper dolls behind, but I got the little mini ones in there. Is that cute or what? Because I put the lace on top of the fabric. And so, yeah, the little mini ones are in there. Is that cute? So even if you take the bigger ones out, you can still have the little mini ones in there. It's just too cute. So anyways, I'm not going to fuss with that a whole lot, but there you go. That's our little twin journal to the other one. Super cute. I think it is. I hope you guys like it. So now on to our stitching, right? That's a lot of stitching. That was a lot. So today I thought we would do some running stitch. That's where we started, right? I did this one in a spiral. You can do a spiral. You can do a straight this way, then that way, however you want to do it. And then this is a couch or whatever you call that stitch, where you put the thing and then you just tack it down. And then I put some little French knots on there. Cute, huh? It's almost finished. I was thinking about doing tic-tac-toe here. I don't know. My brain is that way. I'm just kind of funny that way. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to do a little swirly thing here, like this, right? Like this one. We'll just do a little thing there. And then we'll do some running stitches here. Running stitches can be pretty on their own, but you can also add the beads or whatever you want to do like that. When we did our running stitches, that was where I was introducing, you can do it this way, you can do it this way, you can do it this way, you can put buttons on, there's a lot of things you can do with just a simple running stitch. So, different colored beads or buttons or whatever you want to do, right? So, use your creativity and figure out what you want to do with that. You can put little beads or buttons or just the simple running stitch. It's what I'm going to do today. Just have that. I thought the green went really well because there's a lot of green in this. And the running stitch is like a dash, you know. You don't have, it's not solid. So it doesn't cover up all of the pretty fabric either. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do our little swirly thing here. We're just going to make a little this, like a long S. Does that make sense? You know, just a little bit like that. Yeah. And on our on our running stitch, I'm not going to draw it in this time. We're just going to freehand go around through here. Maybe a couple of half circles will be enough for this one. This one was a lot bigger. So we're going to do a half circle and then come back in and do another half circle. That'll work. Okay? So let's do this. These are quick and easy, guys. They're just so simple and so easy. So we're going to do our bigger half circle. We're going to bring our thread up here to the front, right, of our fabric. And then we're just going to make little stitches in and out. Remember, don't pull too tight. You just want a gentle tug going on, right? Just a gentle tug. And always give it that little stretch out, you know, just to keep it from getting too tight on you. Running stitch is also a gathering stitch, so that's something you do have to watch out for and be careful because it will gather. It's really useful for a lot of things, okay? So I hope you guys are enjoying this. We're almost finished with our, look at this, we've got so many things done. We're almost finished with this. We've got 2 more squares on this one, and I may do some more embroidery in there because, or slow stitching, whatever you want to call it. I may do some more in there because it could use a little something. I don't know yet what, but something. something. Okay. I did say we were going to explore doing some different things in there. And that's, you know, that's what we're going to do. There's lines you can follow for the trees and whatnot. You can go around some of her clothes or her basket. Lots of things you can do. So let's come over to start our next circle, half circle. I'm just keeping it pretty loose and easy on this. You can get real thick with it if you want, but you don't have to. It's not like you're quilting a quilt, right? You're just keeping it simple. We can do some other things. I think what I want to do is add a cross stitch onto our, okay, it's an X, okay? A cross stitch on, that's what made me start thinking about tic-tac-toe. But, yeah, we can add a cross stitch onto our sampler, and I think that will be fun. Cross stitch is, as far as doing cross stitch, okay, that's a different critter than this. It's very different. You're having to count things and change colors all the time and all the things, but you can use a cross stitch any which way you want if you're not doing a cross stitch patterned something, you know. So you don't have to just do a cross stitch pattern, is what I'm trying to say. Cross stitch can be really pretty, and there's so many stitches. I might do one more. Well, no, that's there. You see, you can't see it a whole lot because it's got a lot of the similar colors. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back in under here and tie this off. That's enough. It's enough. Okay, make sure I'm not too tight anywhere. Yep, I'm good. Okay. Don't want to be having it too tight, right? Okay. Tie it off. But yeah, I think a cross stitch and some of our other little stitches to go with it will be really cute to do in some of our smaller squares, right? Some of these. Yeah, I think so. Okay, now, as I said before, I like to go from left to right, so we're going to start here. And we're going to make sure we've got enough thread. Now, you put it down there and then you hold it, remember? Hold it tight so you don't pull it too tight and get it where it doesn't need to be. You want to have enough. So we've got that in there, and we're just going to go find our line. These we're going to keep pretty close on our couching, tacking it down thing, okay? Just going to go right in there and tack that down. Make sure I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Sometimes it can get all weird on you on the back, so you don't want it getting weird anywhere. Okay, right there. I'm keeping it mine pretty close. Now you can get further out if you want. When you first start, especially, you want to make bigger stitches. Makes it easier, you know. So we're just going to tack our thread down and secure it in there. Just follow your line, just simply that, you know. Now, if you don't want to do, I know some people don't like that French knot. Just watch that video over and over. It's, after you get it, you go, oh, you know, because it's really fun to use after that. I understand the frustration. I went through it. But after you get it, it's good. Anyways, if you don't want to use a French knot to make the little flower bits on here, then just sew a bead on. It's that easy. There's always a workaround, right? I mean, we're crafters. We know how to do stuff. We're crafty. Okay. Yep. We are crafty. So, yeah. Just sew a bead on there. There's a lot of little tiny, those seed beads are, you know, they're very simple and easy to use. You just have to have a needle small enough to go through, right? Okay, we got all that done. Let's get it tied off. I always make sure I didn't get through the fabric I didn't want to get through, right? Okay. But yeah, I think we're going to add in, and we'll do that next time in our video. We'll add in our cross stitch and maybe some more little stitches that we can do just singularly. Just maybe we'll do another weave or something. I've got plans and thoughts and ideas and such. Always. Okay. So we're going to go in with our white. With our white, and we're just going to do, okay, another thing with the French knot, it is easier if you put it in a hoop, okay? It is so much easier than doing it this way, because the hoop helps you hold everything still and taut, and it just is easier to do it in a hoop. Just saying. It's like a placeholder or something. I don't know. And this white thread always wants to be bunchy. Okay. Now I'm going to go just some on one side and some on the other, but right next to my my stem or whatever we want to call that. But yeah, just if you're still struggling with it, put it in a hoop. There's some little hoops that work really good for such things. And this white thread is a challenge. This little bitty one here would be really good. It's a little nerd. I think it's the smallest one they make, but it works good for something like this. So right next to, not next to that one, but just a little bit down without splitting my, I don't want to get any of the threads. I want to get under them. Yep. So, yeah. But yeah, you can, if I can talk, you can put it in a hoop. I'm going to sip some tea. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Okay. You just do have to hold it still and not let your needle slip out. That's your main thing. It's just don't let your needle slip out. And with a hoop, it's easier to hold your needle in. Most of the time when it doesn't work out, it's because your needle slipped. Yep. So I'm just doing one arounds. You can do more, make them bigger, but this is such a small little thing till I thought one arounds is good enough. Wow, I did it again. I don't know, I'm kind of fumble fingers today, guys. Do you guys ever get that way where you just can't hold on to something? I do. Okay, just saying. Okay. I'm trying to show you that if you hold on to this, maybe that's why I'm losing it so much, but I'm trying to make sure you're seeing what I'm doing. And if you hold on to it with your thumb, you can really get a good French knot going for you. Gosh, excuse my asthma. So you just hold it very still. Keep your needle still so you don't lose your around, right? And then just tug it right in there. A gentle tug, not a difficult, strong tug, just a gentle one. And just go right in and do another one. It's not hard. It's harder on camera than it is in real life. So I'm hoping that you guys in your real life are going to be able to, you know, yeah. Yeah, it's loads easier off camera. Just saying. Oh. But yeah, a hoop. If you're struggling with it, just do a hoop. Just go around, hold this tight, keep your needle still, and then just gently pull it through. See, I've still got that. I've still got my thumb on it. I'm holding it taut, and then you just give it a tug, and there it goes, right? Perfect French knot. If you can just hold on to it, right? Okay. You could do different colors, of course. I'm using this because it kind of is the color scheme I picked, I guess. And it goes with all the things. So, but if you're doing one of these and you've got a little bit of red or something, you could do red berries. That would be cute. It really would. Instead of a little white, whatever these are. I don't know. It's a little white rosebud, I guess. That's in my mind, you know. It's what it is. Okay. I'm going to put one at the very end just because it's cute. Oh, I did that. It's cute for sure. Okay. Just hold your needle still. You do really have to keep good control of your needle to do these. But that's okay. They turn out so pretty, right? So, and we've got our half circles. I don't know. I like doing them. I hope you guys are having fun with them. Yeah, next time we're going to add in at least the cross stitch. And believe me, it's not hard the way I'm going to do it. It's going to be so easy. And we can do cross stitch and French knots. We could really do that. Tic-tac-toe. I mean, you know, we can be silly. We don't have to be all, you know, serious and stuff. Okay, so we've got our little thing here. We've got our half circles here. Isn't that pretty? I think it is. I think I am. I'm going to sort out what we're going to do in here. I may do some of those tacking couch stitches, do some of the lines here. That would be pretty. Yeah, just takes some thinking, looking at things and thinking about things and stuff like that. And eventually you come up with, you know, doing all these things and that and, you know, the other. It happens. And then, you know, you have something, oh, that's so pretty, right? Okay. All right. So, you guys make something pretty today. Do some of these. Super simple and easy, right? You guys take care. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. TTFN.